You hear me, but you're good to go. Blake's got to lift at 8:30, so try to get him out of here before that.
Well, Blake, I guess I'll start us off. Just how do you feel? What the emotions been like yesterday and the weeks leading up to that?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I felt like a little kid at Christmas. It was amazing to hear the news. We've been waiting for some solid news and a solid date. Now that it's finally come, we can really work towards our ultimate goal as a team and have a set schedule, which is really nice for us.
I guess, Blake, just for you guys having that moving forward, what does that mean for you as a senior that you guys have an answer? Because I'm sure it was up in the air. What was that like for you guys to go through?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Having that ability to really now focus in and there's a different mentality when you're in the off season versus when you're getting ready for camp versus when you're in the season. So all of us have really done well in staying prepared, especially going into the last year. Obviously we want to have a season. We don't want to end on a what if, and having these games to play, especially only Big Ten play. I think that's really special. Crack into the action right away, best of the best. So we're really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Blake.
Like, what do you think it'll be like to kick without fans in the stands?
It'll be different. I mean, Bill Belichick on the weekend said it's similar to practice. So, yeah, it'll be very different. Hopefully there's a couple people in there, maybe some fake crowd noise or something, because I'm guessing that'll change a lot for the coaches if people can hear what we're saying on the field. It'll be very different, but I mean, like anything, we've all been adjusting through these times, and it'll just be another one that we'll have to tick off.
They're going to let parents come and families come to the games, it sounds like, both home and away. For your parents, that's a little bit of a challenge. Have you guys talked about that yet, or is it something to be determined later?
Yeah, we've been talking about it almost every day. At the moment, they're not allowed to fly over here because of certain rules with Australia. They're not allowed to actually leave the state right now. So, yeah, they're working through it. They might not be able to come over. They might be able to. I guess we'll have to see. Everything kind of changes day to day as we're going. So, yeah, we'll as we get close to the season, hopefully parents can make their way over, but time will tell.
Hey, Blake, you mentioned the difference of practice when you know there's a season coming versus maybe when you didn't know. Can you best describe the feeling yesterday versus even, the time you guys got together before that?
Yeah, definitely. From my perspective, the time before, you can experiment and really, in terms of our craft, like try out new things, maybe kink a few things in the technique. And then now, as we edge towards, that 3-week block before the season, you really want to be solid in your technique and hone in your skills. So it's definitely a different mindset, and you're preparing for game situations, everything from a team-based. I feel like off-season is a bit more individual, kind of working on yourself. But then as you come to camp, you're really focusing on the team and how you can get the team better.
And then what were these last, I guess, really 3 or 4 weeks as it started to get maybe a little more noise that this could happen sooner than the spring? What was it like for you guys as athletes trying to keep up with that and maybe parse out what you think is real versus what you think maybe isn't real, and trying to handle the emotions of all of that?
Yeah, it was difficult, but Coach Smith and Josh Whitman did a fantastic job at being really transparent and honest with us. They were telling us as much information as they knew, and they're the guys that are right up there hearing it from the chancellors and that. So we knew as much as them, and they told us not to buy into the rumors and the noise on Twitter and that just yet, and just to stay patient. And so I guess that's why was really reassuring to hear the news yesterday that Coach Smith and Josh Whitman really emphasized just to stay patient, and it's going to come soon. And it was great to hear the news yesterday.
Thanks, Blake.
Blake, I know during these last 3 weeks now that football has been going on in other conferences, did you guys get a chance to watch any other football, and what did you think that, of those teams playing but you guys weren't? What was that feeling like for you?
Yeah, personally, I'll be honest, I didn't watch too much out of pure jealousy at the college level. It was tough to see a lot of my friends playing, my Australian friends playing against other schools, and I was just sitting on the couch watching some football. It was difficult, but also it was valuable because they're testing out those waters of playing with no fans, maybe just a band in the stands, and different circumstances. And there's plenty to learn, and seeing what other schools do in terms of schemes, and a lot of fakes over the weekend. So just really trying to learn what they're doing each week.
And one more quick one. With Hugh Robertson on the roster this year, what's it like to have another Aussie on the team?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to have another mate on the team. He's been learning a lot. Coach League does a great job of really throwing the new guys in the fire early, and I think that's the best way to learn. He's got a million questions, and I'm always trying to help him. Our whole specialist group is trying to help him out, and Coach League's doing a very good job. And for us, teaching him the fundamentals also helps us get better. So it's a win-win.
Thanks, Blake. Appreciate it.
Hey, Blake, I assume you want to pursue a professional career after this year. Is that right?
I'd love to stay. There's that rule with the extra year. So
Right.
got to get that cleared and that. But I mean, I think most people will say that as long as you you can stay in school as long as you want, and really pursue that education, and even get better at the craft. So yeah, I'd definitely love to stay.
With that being said, how important is this year to get some more tape and kind of show yourself some more? I know you had a great season last year, but to have that opportunity in the fall.
Yeah, it's always important. I mean, us as a punt team, we're really looking to expand our game and really bring some new guys in and get them involved in the scheme. And we're working on a lot of new things, and there's a lot of buy-in from the special teams group, because we have a lot of guys returning. Normally we have a lot of new guys come in and there's a replacement on punt, but this year we have a lot of guys coming back, and with that we're looking to expand because the knowledge is already there. So we're looking to take it to another level, which is exciting.
What is that next level for you? Because, with all the accolades you already have, I mean, is it the National Punter of the Year? What's the thing that you look at and say, I need to get to that level?
Yeah, ultimately, it's us as a punt team, and our first number that Coach League preaches is our net punt. So after the return, how many yards have we gained? And ultimately, we look to improve that each year. And if we can improve that and, get it higher and help the team win, then that's all that matters.
Thanks, Blake.
Hey, Blake, good to see you. As a competitor, what was your reaction and what did you feel emotionally when you found out that you guys were coming back?
Yeah, straight away. I mean, I wanted to kind of get out there and just play already. It's great to be able to have that set date. We can really work towards that goal, and get out there. As I mentioned before, you see the other guys competing against other schools, and you're just sitting there with not much to do. But now we can really work towards it, which is exciting.
You mentioned that there was a lot of fakes in the few football games you did watch, or whatever you did watch. I'm wondering with this short lead up to the season, you guys haven't really had a camp. You haven't been practicing. Do you feel like you guys are going to have the special team stuff down pat the way you normally would? And I know you mentioned that it does help that you've got a lot of guys returning from the punt team.
Yeah, definitely. I think if anything, this time has helped us get even better because we've been having these meetings during this time. We've been learning prior to camp. Camp's only normally 3 weeks before the season, and right now we're already getting into those meetings and putting work on the field. So I think if anything, it's a benefit for us because we've had more time to work out the details, and ultimately that falls on Coach Lee doing a great job teaching the guys the small stuff, and that's really going to impact how we play during the year.
Thanks.
Blake, I was curious if I could ask you about the cohesiveness of this team and specifically your class. You guys haven't had too many opt-outs. You guys haven't had too many opt-outs after August 11th when you guys were told to pause and stop playing. And I was curious if, you and and if you could talk about some of the other people that might have been trying to keep guys together and make sure that they were still kind of keeping this team intact.
Yeah, it's a great team and it's a really good environment here. I don't think many people want to leave just the environment that we have. We have a great coaching staff, we have a great player group, and there's a really good camaraderie and chemistry that we have. So I can't really speak for the other guys, but I feel like if I happen to be in their shoes, where you would have to consider that. There's so many good things here that I feel like it would be difficult to leave if someone had to make that choice.
Blake, I know the announcement came yesterday that this was going to happen, but did you get a sense any time before yesterday that this was, starting to look much more likely? And if so, when was that sense?
Probably the same as you guys once that hot mic came out. Yeah, seems pretty good. But before that, really Coach Smith and especially Josh Whitman, he was emphasizing how hard he was working. We all saw it as a player group, and I guess there wasn't a moment in time, but you could tell throughout the weeks that with the information that we were getting, things were getting closer and closer. And I had complete faith in Josh to work his hardest and ultimately get it done, and that's what he did, which is great, and all power to him. He's done a terrific job.
Thank you.
All good.
I got one more. Sorry.
Yeah.
Blake, is any part of you nervous through all this stuff? Is any part of you worried? You're a young guy, bright future. Do you think about this stuff at all or not?
In relation to the virus?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's always a risk playing football. Maybe not in my position, but at other positions, there's a risk of getting injured. And this year, there's an added risk of getting the virus. But ultimately, I feel really confident in what the school's doing with now doing daily testing and the measures that they have in place to keep us healthy and safe. I feel really, really comfortable here in terms of the virus. And sometimes things are inevitable. You can catch it, and who knows what that'll bring about. But I definitely feel confident and not so much nervous. Definitely comfortable in the environment that Jeremy Bush especially has really given us football players.
Yeah, have you ever found yourself saying, don't do that, when you're about to touch something or be somewhere you're not supposed to be? Have you ever stopped yourself because you thought, okay, it shouldn't do that?
Yeah, definitely. With one player doing even going to the store, you need to be careful. And with that action, it kind of falls back on the team. I mean, if you happen to be positive, you could also quarantine a number of guys through contact. So there's definitely a responsibility from us players to really minimize our social interactions and really keep the team safe for the sake of playing, but also the sake of the health of the players and coaches especially.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.